everybody, I'm here with a quick video on Diddy. You know, Diddy, he fought his criminal case and now he's fighting all of those lawsuits that was filed against him. And he keeps getting wins because he struck a win against the lawsuit that one of the members or one of the contestants on Making the Band sued him. I think there's 22 things she was suing over, and 21 got thrown right out of the court. Okay, let's take a look at this and get more into this story. So Diddy's Teflon Sean lawsuit wins keep piling up. Okay, so Sean Diddy Combs is on a heater, at least when it comes to tackling the mountain of lawsuits he's facing. And now former Making the Band singer Sara Rivers is finding out firsthand what kind of role he's on. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, a judge just threw out the claims Sara made against Diddy and the other defendants in her lawsuit. They were dismissed with prejudice, meaning they cannot be filed again, although one is still up in the air. Among the claims dismissed, racketeering, assault and battery, forced labor, sexual harassment, and false imprisonment. As for the outstanding claim, the judge wrote the determination of whether to dismiss with or without prejudice, count 15, the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act claim is hereby stayed pending a ruling from an appellate court. So she does have one more item out there where she could perhaps a win. We broke the story. Sara sued Diddy back in February, claiming Diddy subjected her to hostile and inhumane treatment on reality show Making the Band 2. So let's take a listen.
And this is in one of the chalk up another win for Diddy. And this is in one of the civil cases. So, you know, of course, what happened in the criminal trial, he's still awaiting his sentencing in October. But in the meantime, he's starting to deal with this mountain of civil lawsuits that he's facing. And this one that had been filed by a woman named Sara Rivers who was on Making the Band, and she had leveled dozens of allegations against him.
Assault, battery, false imprisonment, you name it. It was in the...
tons of things in this lawsuit. And now a judge has thrown out almost all, and maybe it may end up being all of the claims that were brought in this lawsuit.
On Diddy's side, they claim that all 22 claims were thrown out, okay? But if you read the paperwork, it seems to indicate that 21 out of the 22 claims were thrown out, and count 15, which pertains to...
It's the gender violence law in New York, right?
Right. It is still pending.
Right, they're waiting for a ruling from an appeals court then the judge says, then I will decide what to do about the gender violence.
But the language is strange. What Diddy's people are saying is that it's been tossed. However, the judge hasn't ruled whether or not it's with prejudice or without prejudice.
The big thing here is, and we'll find out from the judge eventually, what happens with that one count. This is just, he keeps winning these things. And you got to remember, yes, he was convicted in the criminal trial, but of the two lesser counts, the Mann Act counts, and he'll find out what his sentence is. But as soon as the criminal trial was over, how many civil cases have been filed?
There were dozens. And
I mean,
most of them are from Tony Busby, who we should say is...
This one is not Tony Busby,
though.
No,
this is Ariel Mitchell.
But not coming up a winner in this one, Ariel is. But Diddy has had a pretty...
Oh, well, that speaks volumes. That Ariel Mitchell kid is the lawyer in this particular case. And Ariel Mitchell kid is now being sued by Diddy for telling what he's saying is lies on NewsNation. So I'm not surprised that a lawsuit that she brought forth against him was pretty much tossed out of court. You know, this Sara, you got to watch with all people. You got to watch the lawyer that you get, because the lawyer that you get matters. It makes more sense to me now. Let's play.
Good streak when it comes to these cases. It will be interesting to see how the rest of them play out. This one, I'm really surprised because there were so many claims. This is why we always say when we report these, we say, look, these are just the allegations that are laid out in a lawsuit. We don't know which way. We don't know what happened. We weren't there. And clearly what the judge saw here was not enough to go forward in this case.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from Alabama. As a paralegal, I completely understand why the case was dismissed, but it's still extremely frustrating to see the whole case get tossed because of a technicality like statute of limitations. I think personally that he did some, if not all of the things that she's alleging in her complaint. And I think we just really need to remember that just because the case was dismissed does not mean that he's not guilty. I mean, don't we all know that Diddy did it, allegedly?
See, but you had to put the allegedly on the end there. Yeah, I mean, look, there's the court of law, and that's what we're supposed to operate under. But when people disagree with the outcome, they can still have their opinions about what happened. It's just that legally, in this particular case, he is not guilty.
So we broke the story that Sara sued Diddy back in February, claiming Diddy subjected her to hostile, inhumane treatment on a reality show, Making the Band 2. So that's Ariel Mitchell Kid. The suit filed by attorney Ariel Mitchell on behalf of Rivers cited the infamous cheesecake from the Making the Band 2, where she and the rest of the band had to walk several blocks to get Diddy a sweet treat, as one of the numerous incidents of abuse. Sara also complained of being forced to sleep in an open bay with 4 other males, despite the fact that she was married at the time, and she was threatened with being ousted if she didn't comply. She also alleged Diddy acted maliciously and recklessly with her career by publicly dismantling the group while pocketing most of her show money. And she claimed Diddy sexually harassed and assaulted her, claiming he once backed her into a corner and blocked her from moving while running his hand across her breast. The lawsuit also named as defendants MTV, Viacom, UMG, and several ex-Bad Boy employees who had a profile in the series at the time, including Diddy's mother, Janice, and ex-assistant Farnsworth Bentley. In total, 21 claims were dismissed. Mitchell tells TMZ, "We plan to appeal, and we look forward to more litigation, specifically against Mr. Combs." Diddy, as you also know, outfoxed federal prosecutors in his criminal trial this summer and was found not guilty on racketeering and sex trafficking charges. And last month, he dealt a major blow to one of his SA accusers. Listen, Ariel got bigger fish to fry right now. And if they said if it was dismissed without prejudice, that means you can't bring the case back again. Like, I don't know what Ariel's talking about. But if I was this Sara and 21 was dismissed with prejudice, means she can't bring it back. I don't know what Sara should do. And you didn't have to be on the TV show. And I feel like some of these individuals have to start coming up and saying their complaints in real time so they won't come up against this. The statute of limitations is up. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this. Diddy got another one underneath the belt, tossed out. But Ariel Mitchell, it's questionable, unfortunately, how much of the truth she actually tells, and even as a lawyer. Anyway, guys, hit the like button. I'll see you in the next video.